You can't miss the sign. It's huge. I was so excited to go to Las Vegas for a family wedding, and I finally got to check out the Pinball Hall of Fame. I knew about this for a long time. I wanted to check out the new location, and with my wife, Sarah, we got to check this out. Over 400 machines inside, mainly pinball, but there's some other things, and I was blown away by the quality of machines, the variety. If you go to their website, it explains the background, the history, all the machines, and what is available. And so this comes from a collection from Tim Arnold, and this is a 501c3 nonprofit, and so it relies on people visiting this location. I'll put the website where you can find out more about this wonderful place in Vegas. And what I love about it is, you know, I spent about $10. I purchased quarters just like old school and had a blast. I was there about 2 hours and tried to see as much as I could. I was just so excited, and I was wanting to visit this place for several years. So many things I got to see for the first time. So many older pinball machines that you never see anymore. Fully functional for the majority of them. They were repairing a few while I was there, but hundreds to play, and all for the original price. And so for as little as a quarter, you could play a game of pinball. At first I was like overwhelmed. What did I want to play? And I just wanted to look around and see what was available. So many choices, and they were fully functional to play, and I saw tons of people having a blast, reliving their childhood or experiencing a game for the first time. You know, I've been in several arcades. I grew up with pinball, and you know, for me, I've gone to events such as California Extreme. This was the first time seeing many different pinball machines for the first time, many that were created before I was born, and so it was really cool to check out what this place has to offer. This is great for families. I highly recommend, if you're into pinball and in the Vegas area, you must check it out. It's fairly easy to get to. This is a great family place where you can experience pinball, and maybe you want to get away from the gambling machines or the other activities that you can do in Vegas. This is something a little different. And once I was telling some other family members about it, they were curious and they were asking questions, and I am just, I'm so glad I went. Don't wait to go to this place, especially if you're in the Vegas area. Definitely check it out. I'm so giddy and excited to share this video with you, just to show you a sample of what they have to offer. Now you're probably wondering why there isn't any sound, background sound. It was fairly noisy. It had great sights and sounds of, you know, an arcade, and it had many wonderful sounds of the pinball, but there was a lot of background noise in the footage that I shot, so I turned that down. But here's one pinball machine I never played before, Funland, I do believe, and it was just a blast to play, to go back and to, you know, revisit these games. And that there's all different eras there. What I love too, if you go on their website, they have the pinball machines by year, by alphabetical, or just by listing. And so it's really sweet to see this. I haven't played an old school pinball game in quite a while, so it was nice to be in public and to check it out. You know, some games I definitely need more practice on, but I just was just so excited to check out every machine that I could. You know, the $10 lasted quite a long time, and so there's change machines inside, and you know, it was pretty sweet. You can get shirts. I picked up a shirt while I was there, wanted to support what they have to do. And they also sell these repair pinball DVDs, and so they do rely on the public coming in and experiencing their machines. Just really nice. The person who I was working with when I visited was Beth Kane. So I want to say a thank you to Beth Kane. Really nice lady. She was the operations manager for the day. and it was cool to see she was going around helping people, and it just seemed like everybody was having a great time. Here I'm playing an old school classic Grand Slam, and so here's Kiss, the original Kiss. They actually had different pinball machines of Kiss, the old and the new, and so this is the original. Nice to see it here. I haven't played it in several years, so it was great to experience that. Just rows and rows of pinball and amusement machines. Really sweet. There was some arcade machines, and I'll get to that in a little bit later, but really was there for the pinball machines. As you know, I know there's several fans out there. This is their jam. This is what they play. This is what they love. But everybody was having a great time and experiencing different pinball machines and arcade devices from multiple different decades. You probably have a favorite, and I guarantee at least one of them was represented here. It doesn't matter what era you grew up with pinball wise, the old, the new, somewhere in between. This is an Indiana Jones pinball machine I remember growing up playing. But yes, there was tons of different types of pinball machines, all different themes. The sounds, the lights, most of them fully functional. I was so happy to go around, and like my wife had to like help contain my excitement because I was so excited. There's so many that I wanted to check out and experience. I spent about half the time looking around, seeing which ones I wanted to play, and the other part was just really appreciating the artwork, the sounds, and you know, I really just loved all the games that were presented. Black Hole, another one that I hadn't seen in years, you know, and then they had odd stuff like just really old pinball machines, you know, going way back, way before my time. Those were the fun ones to check out as well, because you know, they're not around anymore on your local bar places. Here's Space Shuttle, another classic, and it was fully operational. Nice to see that. One I actually grew up with, and so it was neat to see that. That was kind of the era of pinball machines that I got to experience as a kid. This is Frank Thomas Big Hurt. It was nice to see that. Another fun pinball machine. Lots of baseball themed stuff here, but there was just lots of themes of everything. Mario Andretti Racing. We had a family member that was a fan, and so definitely wanted to play this and experience it and share some footage with them. But you know, everywhere I was seeing people just really enjoying and reminiscing and appreciating the craziness of this setup. I know it took years to establish this in this new building location, this collection, which was amassed over a long time, and it just is such a wonderful thing to see this being available to the public, where public can come in and, you know, for quarters they can come in and experience their favorite pinball machine. And there was way more than just pinball, but you know, for me, that's why I wanted to come here. There is some extra things that I'm going to share with you that I really like seeing. So it was just neat to see these additional things, and there was some strange amusement devices too that were cool, and it was just cool to experience. I had a full day to kind of go and explore Vegas, and this was number one for me to check out, as I wanted to see this and see all the different pins that were up. Shack Attack, another one I hadn't never seen before. Really cool to see that. But you know, some machines were being worked on, but for the majority, I would say well over 85% of them were up and running. There was a few that were just need service. Pinball machines break and you need to fix them, and they were on it. Here's some newer ones. Really cool if you're a fan of the newer pinball machines, especially the newer Stern machines that are available. This place had them and then some, and so it was really cool to see these newer pinball machines on and available to play. Avengers, another cool one. If you're an Avengers fan, definitely check that out. They even had Deadpool, but they had some other ones that I was really really happy to see and experience. And so these are just a few of them. I was just looking around. I was kind of overwhelmed on what to pick to play. There was just so many choices, hundreds of pinball machines, all available to play. Here's the newer KISS pinball, and I've never played it before, so wanted to check it out. This one I do believe came out in 2015. What's kind of cool too is there's more information about each pinball machine on their website. It gives you a little info, who made it, when it came out. And yeah, this one was a lot of fun to play. And so, growing up with the original KISS pinball, it was nice to see. I forgot that Stern actually made another pinball machine. Here's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the list goes on and on. Tons of different pinball machines, every era, every theme you could think of. And I want to know in the comments, what did you grow up with? What did you experience pinball? What is your favorite era? What's your favorite type of machine? Definitely want to hear that in the comments, as everybody's going to have their favorites. I know I have mine. I was playing just a few. I'm going to show you up here one of my favorites that I got to experience at the Pinball Hall of Fame for sure. Yeah, the Turtles one was a lot of fun, and it had lots of things going on in the play field. And I'm not the best pinball player, but I do love myself some pinball. I tried playing a few that were super popular. This one, Batman 66. This is a newer one from Stern. Lots of fun. Has some really cool nods to the TV series. And if you're a fan of the TV show Batman that came out back in the day, you're gonna love this. And so this is a lot of fun. They did a great job on this one. I actually have played this one before at Quarter World in Portland, Oregon. But there is a ton going on, but it's neat. It's got one of those color screens, and so it's really kind of a neat throwback and homage to the classic Batman TV show. Had a lot of fun playing that one. And for sure, there's everything from Transformers, you name it, it was there. There's a Metallica pinball machine, but there was just so many. This is the number one for me that I played today, and it is the newest one from Stern, and it's the Mandalorian. And it was a really cool pinball machine. There was a couple others I wanted to play there that were in my favorite for classics. Black Knight and Black Knight 2000 were frequently being played. I tried going back a few times to check them out, but people were playing them. It was cool to see people playing them, but I definitely wanted to experience them myself. And if I would have waited around, I probably would have been able to easily get in. But no, they were super busy. But Mandalorian was available and had to check it out, and I was so glad. Also, they had some cool oddball arcade machines, wacko, but then they had classics such as Donkey Kong 720. Had about 50 arcade machines. And so while it's not the focus of the place, if you want to go and check out some great arcade machines, this place had them, and they were fun. I played Space Invaders Deluxe. It's been years since I checked out Space Invaders Deluxe, and it was nice. Actually did have a pretty good game, and so was able to get to the second wave, and it was fun to go and experience something. Every time I've played Space Invaders Deluxe at other locations that I can think of, most of them were broke down or they had issues. It's an older arcade machine, and it's nice to see it fully functional here. They also had several racing games, and they had this. They had to sign in a separate area, but they had Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, the arcade machine. And if you've never experienced this, it's fun. It's got really cool control. It's got, hand levers and a turbo button. Just a lot of fun. And so really excited to check that out. They also had strange stuff like this. This is from 1955, and it's called Fifth Inning. It kind of combines shuffleboard with kind of a skee ball aspect, and I loved it. A huge shout out and thank you to my wife Sarah, who helped me film, and I want to say thank you for watching this. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.